as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the New England Patriots. Here, Tevin Coleman. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And now a first down following that long gain. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
All right, here we go.
They're going to try and throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. So the D-line's going to spread out. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Woods, the receiver, in motion left. Woods, the receiver, in motion right. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. In motion goes the tight end. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's fielded at the 45. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Patriots take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So second down, 3 yards to go now. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Here's Coleman. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Coleman. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll look to throw. Drops it off for Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run for it. This is White. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And tough starting field position here. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. That's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking on the midfield logo. Call out a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there on a New England 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. the gun. And that's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Coleman now. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th-and-1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
A first update now from Cincinnati, and the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd. And the wideout in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he fields it cleanly. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Patriots. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. New England on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Gurley. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness? The burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Here we go now.
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here
They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hartman. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So they ran against the 4-6 defense. Not only did they run against it, they tried to run it right up the gut.
And that's really not a great place to go when you're running against what is commonly known as the Bear defense, made popular by those great Chicago Bears teams. No place to go right in the middle of that.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw here. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for New England. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. In motion right is Austin. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Again they run with Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here. Bridgewater steps away to his left. He can run for it. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
This is Coleman. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. He'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Around the NFL, they've gone to the third in Cleveland. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Another carry down for Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Patriots have it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Looking to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. It's Coleman here. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Tevin Coleman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down, Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Back now in Foxborough. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Dagger.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
2nd down following the run. Off the play fake. Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The Rams on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. A deep ball for Gurley. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And some room to roam now. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, that's Coleman, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. This one away by the punter, Dar. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. The play clock's running down. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their second timeout here. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Rams on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Woods the receiver in motion left. Woods the receiver in motion right. Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now a give running left for Gurley. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Gurley, handoff left. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They go play action here on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down. Bridgewater. Buying time. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
It's an 8th loss of the year, and that one cements the fact that they're not going to reach their goal of finishing over 500.
And that's too bad because they really pressed for it. You know, they gave it a heck of a run, but now they...